Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today I actually wanted to put this game on in the background specifically, because it's quite relevant to what I want to talk about today. I also apologise for not uploading as much as maybe you would hope, if you do like the channel. Ironically, again, I've been busy, but I'm not busy just now, so I can have time to make a video like this and make some content like this. Today I actually want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while, which is the topic of time wasting and channels that promote, you know, this fear of time. There seems to be a trend I've noticed that there are lots and lots of channels that promote being afraid of and, you know, having constant anxiety about time and time slipping away from you. Which is ironic because the next thing that comes out of their mouth is to tell you to work 80-hour weeks. You know, they'll say like, oh my god, stop playing video games. Oh my god, you're wasting time. Get a job. What? Do people not see how contradictory that is? How am I not wasting my life away if I'm in an office? Oh, because you're making money. Yeah, but we need to make money though. It's a necessity. We're forced to make money in some capacity. Even I am, right? And I'm unemployed. Not that I like it, but, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know, I certainly don't feel guilty about it. There's that thing that people used to try and force you to feel guilty about it because other people's tax money's paying for you and all this sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, well, you're the sucker, man. You're the sucker. You're the one that goes to work every day. You're the one that gets fucked up the arse, okay? You're the sucker. If you want to have a problem, look, you voted for Labour, right? The recent elections that have happened in the UK, Labour got an absolute majority in Parliament. So you're voting for more taxation, you're voting for more people to be on welfare, right? So, I didn't vote for Labour, I voted for Reform. Right? I don't like Reform either, but I just thought I'd vote for them as a bit of a protest vote, right? A lot of people will be angry about that. Oh my god, you're a fucking racist! No. I just voted them to protest Labour, Conservatives, and SNP. I fucking hate all of them. But that's besides the point. It's not a political video. But even still, you know, this culture of promoting people to go to work, the only reason they're doing it is because they need people to go to work to keep the system afloat. That's it. That's the only reason they're talking about it. And they'll say things like that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. They'll say things like, stop wasting time playing video games. Instead, go for a walk. Instead, learn Python. Learn computing programming languages. Spend hundreds of hours learning how to code some bullshit in a program that, you know, AI is going to be able to master in a matter of months. Are you sure that's not wasting time? Are you sure that's not a surrogate activity? You know? You want to talk about me having my surrogate activities, they don't promote anything, they just... Are you sure that isn't one of them? Are you sure that learning maths, complex mathematics, complex whatever, are you sure that that's not a time-wasting activity? Oh, well, it's an expansion of the mind, and... Well, I mean, I get that. I understand that. That's why I'm interested in things that are quite complex. But I don't pretend that I'm Mr. Super Intelligent and I'm doing it because it's super useful. Okay? It's an interest of mine. I have an interest in ancient history and learning about all the little tiny fine details about, you know, the Burgundians, or, you know, I don't know, the Caledonii, or, you know, ancient Greece at this time, or the different the different senators in Rome, or whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit? It could be anything, right? But this is an interest, and it's a surrogate activity. I admit that it is. I admit that it's not useful at all. And neither is learning complex maths. Neither is learning some bullshit programming language that you spend years learning to be eclipsed by Indians, Chinese, and artificial intelligence. You really, I mean, people will say, oh yeah, you're wasting your life, bro. You're sitting in your bedroom playing a video game. And then they go to their basement IT job surrounded by smelly autistic Indians for 12 hours a day. They tell me I'm wasting my life. Yeah, bro, you're wasting your fucking life, dude. And then they go back to their smelly fucking office, completely unaware that they're contradicting themselves, completely unaware of the irony in their comment. They'll write their little comment about unemployed people and say, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, fucking retard, ha ha ha, and then just as soon as they've written that, they'll go back into work mode and like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to sit in my office with you know, all these fucking losers. It's just, I don't know, it's just funny to me, really. You know, this fucking guy's, he's in an apartment on his own, he's a fucking virgin, at least I'm not. Hey, who's the fucking loser here, you know? Is it me or is it you? Anyway. I'm just being silly, but I just find it ironic. I find it really, it's like, this is the thing, this is one thing in life that I've learned, is, almost always, you will never convince people of your point of view. That's why videos like this get such low view count. Probably because YouTube throttles it. But also because I'm talking about something that not many people speak about. And because not many people speak about it, not many people are going to be looking for it. And because not many people are going to be looking for it, this video will pretty much be invisible to the vast majority of people. Things need to be in someone's mind. It needs to be in someone's frame of reference in order for them to know about it. If they can't see it, if they can't hear it, if they can't understand it, it's invisible to them. Some mega autistic scientist probably thinks that some minor detail in quantum mechanics is like the biggest thing in the entire universe and everybody should know about it and talk about it. Some tiny fraction detail. But that's because he sees that. I don't see that. I don't understand quantum mechanics, really. I don't understand anything about it. So I don't give a shit what the fuck he's talking about. Because I don't see it. And in the same way with what I'm saying and what other people like me are saying, about demographics and about all these different topics that are happening all around us, people don't see it, man. They're worried about the television. They're worried about feeding their families and keeping their families, you know, keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, I've got the new iPhone. Yes, my son has 500 iPhones. Fucking take that. You hear these conversations at work, everybody competing with each other. You know, once again doing the fucking monkey dance of trying to outcompete each other socially. It's just lame. We're just animals, dude. Like, you know, I mean, I know we're not. I know there's another element to human beings specifically, but a lot of it is just that. A lot of it is just competitive fucking evolution again. It's so lame. It's the same story over and over again. Like, you'll have conversations with somebody and well, I'm 6'5". Oh, well, you know, you're just competing again. You're not. This isn't how it's supposed to go, right? I'm not gonna have a discussion with you if you're just gonna like resort to evolution thinking. I'm not interested in that, really. But that's besides the point. That's another video entirely. I wanted to make this video just talking about these things where, you know, these people tell you to start going for hikes and shit, and they'll be like, oh yeah, so there was a video by a guy called the Math Sorcerer, and he was talking about letters of a Stoic or some cringe like that, right? And he was reading off this Marcus Aurelius letter or some shit, and Marcus Aurelius was saying how, oh yeah, you you shouldn't spend your life that you know, like time waits for no man and all this sort of stuff, and time slips away from you when you least expect it. So don't spend it doing things you don't want to do, and don't be wasting it on things that are meaningless and all this sort of shit. And then you'll say, yeah, I agree with that, yeah, and then in the next thing you'll be like, make sure, you know, if you want to learn how to study maths, then learn how to study maths, because it's super important. And, you know, don't procrastinate, bro. Just sit there and get your pen and pencil and do fucking maths equations. What the fuck? People are so retarded, man. People are so delusional. It's so crazy to me how people can fall for this shit, man. I mean, me sitting here talking to my monitor about this issue is probably a lot more interesting and a lot more thought-provoking than any sort of Mr. fucking Jordan Peterson grind set. Oh, stop playing video games. Oh. You'll notice that they never tell people to have families. They'll never tell people to you know, get involved politically and all this sort of shit. They just tell you, just work harder and more, just put those extra hours in, make money. It's just bullshit, bro. They're just lying to you. I don't think this planet has long, dude. You know, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think we have long. I think we're on the path to annihilation very soon. I think that they're going to pull the plug eventually and have their big world war that they've been predicting for thousands of years. And they're trying to get all the little sheep, all the little almost said the word there. They're trying to get all the little slaves to waste their life working for a company. You know, being a company man and all this sort of stuff. I mean, when I'm on my deathbed, I don't want to be sitting there thinking, wow, I'm so glad I spent all that time working in a fucking office. Wow. I'm a working man. Yup. I'm a working man. I'm so glad that I didn't take time off to enjoy myself and learn about how the world really works. I'm so glad I spent my life working, not really interested in how things work. Imagine that's your life. There's a lot of old people who think like that, dude. And there's a lot of young people who are being brainwashed to think like this. All these YouTube short videos. You're a fucking loser if you're not working. Ah! Oh my god, I don't want to be a loser. I won't get laid. The motivation to do these things is about getting laid. A lot of guys do things because they think it'll allow them to have sex. It's a big motivator to mammalian species, right? All across the board, not just humans. We, because of our complex brains, we can rationalize these impulsive decisions. Coping, basically. We're the only animal that copes. Every other animal is very true to itself. We're the only animal that's bright enough to be able to come up with something so stupid. That's quite a funny sentence, actually. I might use that more often. We're the only animal bright enough to come up with something so stupid. That's quite a cool line. That one's for free, guys. You can take that one. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, but it's true though. You know, don't worry about things, bro. Like, you're going to be dead one day, and I would much rather my final moments be thinking about times I enjoyed myself. And you know, I put myself out there. I do stuff all the time. You know, even nowadays, I still, if I see a girl that I quite like, I'll go speak to her, and she'll reject me, of course, because I'm not good looking enough, and maybe a bit autistic or whatever, right? But I still do these things, and I do it because if I don't, then I will have that fear of missing out. And if I do it, then I'll know for sure that, you know, I'm fucked up, basically. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm trying my best and all this sort of stuff, but my best isn't good enough. And that's just sometimes how the world works, bro. Like, you know, We don't live in a meritocracy. We live in a harsh Darwinian, you know, bubble where life is killing each other in order to pass on its own genes. You know, it's not this, you know, Adam Smith fucking, you know, Wealth of Nations fucking bullshit. This is a harsh jungle, and we're creating these artificial systems like Athens and like Rome and all these different civilizations, all with their own little philosophies and how things should work. It's all little micro bubbles inside of the large jungle, you know. If I was to move up here on this map, right, and I was to go to... Apologies for the lag, by the way, okay? You know, I'm recording a video on OBS, it doesn't like it, it makes the game run shit, okay? Just putting that out there. Anyway, if we go up north, right, we go to the island of Britain. You know, these tribes, you know, Celtic tribes. These guys are living closer to nature, right? Look at these little huts and these little fucking bullshit little things, right? These guys have their own ideologies, of course. They have their own beliefs in the gods. They're separate gods. Although obviously the pagan gods were the same guys. They just had different cultural names for them, different dress, different ways of doing things, but it was roughly the same character. It all stems from the same sort of Indo-European, you know, root religion, which is roughly around here, right? So this here would be the corded ware culture. Britain and France and Spain is the bell beaker culture, but they're the same people. They've just got different ways of doing things, right? This is a bit of a history lesson, right? So, you go here, Seleucia. This is Babylon down here, right? One of the first civilizations. I think the Indus Valley civilization was the first. So roughly about here. Everything spread from the Middle East, because this is where all the different cultures merged, right? You've got the Africans, you've got the Europeans, you've got the Asians over here. This middle part is where all the different ethnicities came together and basically lost their ability to live in their natural environments, and so they created artificial ones through cities and stuff like this. And then it moved westwards into Greece, and then from Greece it moved to Rome, and then from Rome it moved to Britain, France, Spain, Germany, blah 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 blah. The reason I'm talking about this is because it's all bullshit, dude. Everything you're going to see with all these people telling you, oh, this is you're living your life wrong because civilization. This is all artificial. We're not living according to nature. We're living artificial lives, dude. This is why we're depressed. This is why people kill themselves. Because we're living artificial existence. We're living in an artificial life. None of this is supposed to be here. None of these computers and cities and cars and jobs and all this. This is all fake. This is all crap, man. There's no real way to be successful. There's no real way to win in this system, because this system isn't supposed to exist. Do people get that? Or is that a bit too fucking blackpilling, a bit too, you know, maybe I'll get assassinated if I keep talking about it sort of shit. But it's the truth, man. All these little buildings you see, all these little cities, it's not supposed to be there. And they want you working hard for this system and working your life away for things that aren't supposed to be here. For little fucking parasite nests. Look. You'll never look at cities the same way again after this video. It's like little parasite nests, look, all over the landscape. And if we go up north, you know, there's little ones here. But they're less intrusive, they're still made out of the natural environment, right? A little bit of a Sverige reference. But these guys, all heavy civilization, you gotta be proud of it. Civilization. You know? Civilization. And the desert, well, look at the desert here, look. It's all brick, it's all stone. Why is that? Because the desert doesn't have any vegetation. The only way to survive in the desert is to build civilization. Because living in the desert as a nomad is hard, it's very difficult. That's why civilization started off in the desert, it didn't start off in Europe. As I said, it moved. It moved westwards. Anyway, a little bit of a rant towards the end of this video. But, just something to keep in mind, dude, when you hear these people fucking, you know, guilt-tripping you into, oh, you need to, why are you not working? Oh, you're a fucking leech. When you hear all that stuff, just remember, none of this is supposed to exist. It all comes from the sick human mind that lives, that's the only animal that doesn't live according to its own nature, and it tries to do something else. And look at the havoc that it causes. Look at the destruction that it causes, because it's not living in accordance to its own nature. These people, these barbarians and shit, you know, they'll have high infant mortality rates and whatever. But they're a lot closer to nature. They're a lot closer. That's why they're less destructive. That's why they were healthier. The height difference between the Roman soldiers and the Germans was massive. The average German barbarian was about 6 foot. That's taller than the average person in Britain. Maybe not now, but, you know. Back then, the average Roman soldier was about 5'3", 5'5". Because he had a grain-based diet, he lived in squalor, in vast cities with huge populations, so he couldn't feed everybody properly. And he ate meat, cheese, milk, small populations, lots of land, lots of healthy children running around, no work, not paying any fucking taxes, none of that shit. Just enjoying his little, you know, German barbarian life. This guy thinks he's superior to this guy. But this guy's a fucking slave. This guy's free. The whole world has it backwards, man. And we'll never get rid of civilization because the idea of it's here now. You know, thank you, Greece, for that one. But anyway, that's enough for this video. I just wanted to make a little side rant on top of that, because it's relevant, you know, and hopefully it made sense. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully I don't sound like a fucking lunatic, because I'm not a lunatic. And without further ado, I'll end the video. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. Keep notification bell on. I don't have a schedule, but I'll be uploading somewhat regularly now, because I don't have another job available just yet. I should be engaging more with this channel because, you know, I know I looked at it as a sort of side project, but I've sort of neglected it a little bit. And there's people who have told me they quite like my videos and they quite like watching them. So I think I'll do that for next time. And I'll try and make the quality a bit better. I'll make the thumbnail in this video a bit better. Things like this, right? I'll make a great title for it. I'll think of something magical. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. Bye for now.